check me out. I'm Captain Queeg. Ah, the strawberries. That's where I had them. They laughed. They made jokes. Anyway, so I was thinking, as I thought of that, I was like, oh, Lord help us if they make a remake of that. And I've looked on Wikipedia, and yes, they are. Kiefer Sutherland apparently going to play Queeg, and they're going to film this in 2024 or something like that. And I was like, thinking, yeah, by that time they've recast it, and they've got, I don't know, Galadriel over there, and she swims over to the Japanese battleship and kills them all with her bare hands or something like that. But in the meantime, we're going to continue with At Any Cost. This is the 6 p.m. turn. This will be part 2 of that. I'll make a little note of that because I've got to keep track of my videos. Sometimes I'll look at them and be like, oh, they're out of order. No, okay. But anyway, we are in the middle of the afternoon, the 6 p.m. turn. And just in case you're wondering, I've kind of peeked in here. We've gone through all the events, so there's nothing but activations left. So let's get started. Whose fate? Now, what do we pull from the Cup of Chance? The 5th Cavalry, here we go. Well, the first thing I can tell you is that we know that this guy over here is far, far away from the HQ, so he will definitely have an out of command marker for him. Don't let me forget it, although he can't. If I was streaming, you might be able to remind me, but no, this is a recording, so. Well, they've been kind of hanging back, waiting for opportunities, so there's no reason to not put them in aggressive mode. So that's what we are going to do. Let's scroll in here. All right, we have an artillery unit under here, but there is no opportunity to fire. The only thing I have is the 12th Cav and the 13th. And they've been sitting idle. And I'm really just not going to get any use out of this thing. I think I'm just going to charge them. And just in case you're wondering, yeah, I'm reading. Where are we? Let me pull it out. Oh, man, now I got to fix all that. Shoot. All right, we're back. Sorry for that. Hey, that's the good thing about recording is if you do mess up your board, you can put it back together by looking at the previous video. And so I got it all back the way it was. And the point I was going to make was that I'm reading Michael Howard's The Franco-Prussian War. And the reason I want to get this one little quote here about cavalry, well, amongst everything, and this is, after, a big defeat of the French at Frocheville, or however you pronounce it, and it says, the disasters to the French cavalry emphasized that an epoch in warfare was now ended. Miquel's brigade at Mausbronn and Bonamant's division at Frocheville had been sacrificed to no military purpose whatever. On this battlefield, as henceforth on all others in Western Europe, the only choice before horsed cavalry lay between idleness and suicide. And yes, we've had a lot of idleness with these cavalry as we're trying to get. We did get some charges in though, so it's not like it was completely useless. And it looks like we're about to have the at any cost charge here with the 13th Cavalry. We're going to go ahead and launch them if we can. We have to roll for it first. We have to roll against their cohesion rating of 5. 2, they'll actually be able to do it. Okay, so they're going to move. Changed my mind. I didn't realize this when I was thinking about this, but I was thinking of charging this little unit here with them, but LOS is blocked, believe it or not, because you have to use, it's going along this line here, and you have to take the most disadvantage when calculating it, and this unit, it's up a hill, and this unit would block sight to that one. And one of the key elements of a charge is you have to be able to see the unit to charge it. So where does that leave me? I also thought about charging straight here. That's just suicide against him. And I've thought about bringing the other unit to the side, but I forgot the rule is you can't go beyond the 21 hexes. That is out of bounds for this scenario. Oh well, what should I do? Well, I'll tell you what, let's see if the 13th underneath can actually affect a charge. We'll roll for them. Prussian. That is a 3, and yes, they can. But here's the thing. The second cav, French cav, can countercharge if he rolls. He's successful, and he will pop into here first, cutting him off, but they're both charging. Hang on. So we get this on here, indicating a cavalry charge, which will happen in the assault step. Now, somewhere back when I was playing other turns, I wondered if I did a charge and did not do it in the assault. Man, you gotta wait to the assault phase. With this guy, who's in this stack, I don't think I'm allowed to charge with him. I'm not too keen on the rules about stacked charges. I don't think they're available. What I'm gonna do with him, here we go. Well, first I have defensive fire from, no I don't. I have defensive fire from him, maybe. He's low ammo, it's gonna be, well, let's see what we got here. Yeah, and that fire is actually on the 3 column due to cavalry, shooting at cavalry. 1 and a 6 is not gonna do nothing. Oh well. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and move this one in here, and you can't charge into another with other units around. He can do defensive fire against him though. By him doing that, maybe, because now he's down to a 1. He actually fires defensively on the 2 column, and 5-3. Nothing. And finally, I know that artillery cannot be part of assaults, and certainly not part of a charge. But I think there's nothing that stops them from moving into this hex, even though it's not part of the assault that's coming up. I think that's okay. If anyone disagrees, let me know. But I think he can move there. And I definitely want to move him rather than having him all over here not contributing to the fight. So that ends the movement phase, and now we move on to the assault combat. Alright, because he charged, he is the lead assault. These guys can support, as far as I know, and that's it. Whoops, I gotta be careful what I say here, because we have a mixed group. That's the 3rd Corps, which has no HQ, and they are not active at the current time, so they cannot contribute their SP to that assault. Only these two, only the cadre and the cavalry charge here. Unfortunately, that counter charge by the French cavalry let them have the good ground, so that the Prussians are charging up a slope, and that really dinged their they're down on the -4 table. This is not looking very good. Here comes the roll. 3. Oh, that's not good. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Two losses to the Prussians, one of which has to be in a casualty hit. Well, that did just. Well. So, an ill-advised charge. Like so. Does that, and he has to retreat. Question is, does the artillery have to retreat too? Yeah, when I read the rule on retreats, it says the unit. It doesn't say hex. So I think only he retreats. He has to retreat 1. And we're going to retreat him towards his headquarters, so he'll retreat here. Alright, well, that was a stinker. Okay. Rally step, there's no such thing. There is an out of command unit over here. Let's pop over. See if this turns out to be anything. Maneuver, he can move without doing anything else. He can move, in other words. Alright, we're going to do like we did the other place. We're going to kind of move him here. That way he can kind of wheel around out of cover this way and hit people. That'll do. Time for our next activation. And it is activation. That's all that's left in this box. Let's see here. Next is, here's the 6th Cavalry. It's going to be relatively straightforward. We're going to put him in defensive. And we're going to move to the combat phase. He's shaken. We're going to leave him there. We will fire with our horse artillery at a 3. We're going to fire at the 1st Brigade of the 4th Corps, Sissy 4th Corps. And this will be on the 4 column. Ooh, nice salvo. 8 and 9. 8 puts it at morale test 2. That makes this an 11. That is enough for 2 morale hits, which is going to make him disrupted, and he can't go any further down this morale thing, so he is end up going to be morale busted. And he is going to go to battle worn. For the movement phase, we're going to go ahead and disengage our cavalry. Come back 1, 2, 3, back here. Come on, guys. The reason we're doing that is because when we go to there will be no assault, but there will be a rally because he is in defensive mode. We have a cavalry under here that's shaken. We can remove that, and he's shaken, and we can remove that as well. And so we're all fresh, and we are holding Mars Latour without too much effort. What's going on here? He's in earthwork, so Mars Latour is strong, ready for another onslaught. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. And the reason I'm doing that, it cuts it a little short this time. The thing is, there's still 4 activations in the cup. And rather than try to stop in the middle here, I kind of want to close out the turn on a single episode. And so we're just going to go ahead and stop here. And when we come back, we'll have 4 activations in a row. So join us then. Leave your comments, and thanks for watching.